fans ne ade e boa meb enti so hen kese bi o baabi te say Uganda na Kotoko na kono a kese Kotoko nsi etoto na se kra o si esomuye na e boa se be push enti impact ne de e be brave.
Right, Kotoko league titles now omaje no and Nana say to have a view in 2003, 2005, 2007-8 season, 2011-12 season, 2012-13 season, and a 2013-14 season. Okay, six, yeah. Said the kind. FA Cups 3, 2001, 2015, and a 2017. Yeah. Any FA Cups are one more
NC competition.
Also. Yes, and also Becca and that those are the impactor. If I say football, no, and I say oh hene abwa ama kumasi Asante Kotoko etimi enya. Oh, now yaka and no one sem kakra but me musa 1 or 2 things. And also going forward in your statement, answer now, Bano, as you said, Moses Noah. Eshede yomo se omumra no medi e man bi anim no mfa mo nko asase yankopon ebetro mo ebetimi alenke no to wa enei mpanyfo wo mo trimu pom ohu se obedi kumase Asante Kotoko nanim a betimi wadu mpempenso a o se edu so far yetu anamon kakra obeka se ye nam kwanso a yeko anase bibi esankaye
me da say say ekwan no so ana ye nam no na we asiade bia no ne ye enafom se bi otembia meka se wona woyere ne bia o mama ye no creative managing them, providing for them, making sure say you create an enabling environment for them to function ninina no enyadia e da form now fa a cool kakra se Kotoko with all the stakeholders involved. Definitely there will be turbulence, definitely you have a few hitches here and there. But I believe so far we are now quite as well and the quite password editing will be doing pempen so was a call. We can look at it in various sectors of the club. Let's look at the revenue generation. Every football club, the 3 traditional revenue generation sources, gate proceeds. Which is very consistent. But we share and COVID. We are seeing financial football clubs with struggle. Not just say we get proceeds. Say you macro, we wanna buy my 25% kakra. Na, but it's not even about the percentage I buy the mine. We also born home buying say on concote at any be. It's even the decision to leave your home and go to stadium. It's not just about stadium being open, but it's about the personal and individual decision. It's in the horn out. After the other revenue generation, your sponsorships, them say, your bohum modding, baby, munina moya aware. And now, player transfers, say, and also a fee, yetimiania kwampukwama okoko, say, and also bebana abwae kakra, and a board of directors. When it comes to the donations, board of directors have been enormously helpful on my boy. It's economically, it's not easy for any club in the world. I'm affiliated to certain clubs, and I say I have connections with clubs in Europe. Some even approach me say, "Boy, with sponsorship." Yes, because a lot of them had their sponsorships cancelled, and some of them were having like $5 million, £5 million a year for front of shirts, and it will about $1 million for training kits in their companies in a struggle to train. They had to go out and get into some of them, because more deals 1 year. And the impact of COVID-19 has brought a lot of hardship on clubs. But to sure, we are still staying afloat. Say because to conquer club, see the salary back a news. What am I saying? I'm not saying it's right, sir, but maybe a salary.
Well, then remember the jazz.
But Europe, you see, when during this COVID time, there are clubs your friend players say, oh, in Europe and other places say near COVID they can also to salary so 50% to stay at 70%, at 30%. I'm say your crown, you assume office, now there was an arrangement like that, and that player salaries, 30%. But before we took off, we engaged with the board and they gave us the approval. I said, we'll be angine, pepe. What am I saying? And in terms of the economic route, we are on course. Now let's look at the footballing aspects. Me say, Kotoko King Fires are penny, the two clubs are the whole season. More ball a traditional home, what we call home. We'll be him say, Baba Yara Sports Stadium near home. The whole season, ball be our home. And so no, that second. The very King Fires are that second. And yeah, now to range at 20 or Boasia.
Friends had to range.
I had to range because it was unexpected.
Remember how because me share na me who baby na otena odo nsa pegi wano na ase bibia mo ye hwe emfa.
It happens in football.
Okay.
No one cares. But we are still building. See, bit me league, near Warishe. Muse with a rebuilding there, you see, we are not building for just this season.
Yeah.
We are not building for just this season. Into one way, you mix kind of saying ad hoc decisions. Say, oh, say now, you find league in Ujiwia. What's next? And we are making decisions, a bit about my league, now yet me at twaso, Ajia twaso, yet me could make impact in Africa. What am I saying? And in terms of footballing aspect, I'm thinking that we are doing well. We are buying a BBK, when I'm with their branding, and then branding, the ball, and it's not all about sponsorships, and I started ball, but with all these difficulties, amidst all this turbulence, we are still doing well in the league. Our away record is the best in the league. And I think we are on course. We have support. If I'm a human, make a during my unveiling, Mrs. Okofa so Messi Daimawa. So be your umpire said, I know sin any dimper. Because we are one of cotton. Ubeja one our bedding. Ubetinem. We as management, supporters and all stakeholders, and we say consultants be a say you ya fire say yambe buana ejuman enkoso. Nya ebe ye no ye kwa emre so na ye kwa obi ba beto so edan no obi ba betenam si ni ye a ebe stand the test of time. Ye nsi ne ye so a ebebu abonipa. Nti wo say all hands on deck na enkoye se kotokraba we from away sanning way from away sanning. Yes, I be ten.
Have you experienced such? Kotoko.
Every society you experience
as a walk
every society you experience it. Even a bushemu cry womb.
But how do you feel?
For me, I find
Nyaman to cinema kosu abontingina and some more can.
And was part of management. You're taking as part of the challenge. You're not trying to edge on to prove, say, your basi be any because Sebio, you share the drona and the supporting. Get the support base. Do drona because in your biana a best supporter. Ubu at the end of a crowd, we can't feel times you quit. At the end of a cry, okay. But do drona and the direction I have
and I are arrogant on Tiasem, Ocasia one for Otis.
Oh, in some meted be brave, but may no issue be on a car. See, it be me, see, me, see, now, so now, continue all kind of meetings.
Okay, Nana, boy, you ma. Anyway, ma yanhwe kumasi Asante Kotoko in adwuma no pressure home change adwuma bia wanya we can say
me can say currently pressure home can you say pressure home with my understanding of football administration and then the management me wa me no mudi dwuma no can you say pressure home
and saint anything say pressure home.
It is a pressure one because football, such that if you put the right foundations, if you put the right brace where it should be, it flows. And I think, if Ubia on here, you might not see us here, how I was say, it shouldn't be like that. But you're back at a time, COVID. You see, sometimes you go for refeed the factors that makes something fake.
But you better draw back out closer to microphone.
Okay.
Because I want for N2.
Okay. Factors. And fine say Brian bar management mono. I am say nipa bi refi. Ye ba COVID time. COVID time edwuma bia ni wa answer fire. What am I say? Edwuma be brave. Suffer during COVID time. Inti no ade bia se kwa chia de fa de sika na eden. Eye. And na Kotoko no e sika na de run. Inti no at this time no sebio you need to put in money. And na enye sika ketwa ye kwa Africa 3 trips ye kwa outside. Enya de ketwa. Ni nyina no we had to do it. Inti no sika pressure. Eno de ebeba what am I say? But ni nyina mu no we take it in our stride and we try to push because sebio yeah anya tembia meka say yeah anya hwan ne beye and anya misu nim ni ntia ye ne bad this time na anya minim say COVID beba say ndo nim ade nyina no nim say COVID beba no nim say COVID time so and na ya no nim apamfo the management and betimi a hold the fort no ti no say ode ye ba nti na wo say ene ewiem osumu ye ko okoden na ye de den pushi ye Kotoko no nti no pressure there ebeba but we absorb it and we push on
forward. Supporters are asking a lot of questions. Bakoye, myriad of issues concerning contractual contracts on some coach deal players deal yen tiase as to what is written on the paper and as interpretation on MME. Baby, I call a player status committee, but it looks as if say it could be initially Kotoko any problem, but subsequently. Now, a year yen tiase chirimu kakra.
Okay.
Now support
me fan players there first. Just to tread on very cautious.
Yeah.
Players in the status committee, you see, you buy no. Now there were about 38 players. I'm saying like 38 players on Kotoko books. Okay. Aside 38, the then coach recommended 8 players. But before his recommendation, we sat and he gave us a report. In his report, even before the report, we made him aware that per the GFA regulations, we needed to register 30 players for the Premier League. And I also per our model, we needed 30 players. And I gave the configuration. 4 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 8 midfielders, 4 strikers, 4 youth players, and 2 marquee signings, making 30. Okay. Now here is the case when we asked coach to give us a report. Out of the 38 that existed, he gave us a 19 opposite keeping. Okay. Out of the 19, not 2 Mponya Kotoko players. That is including Justice Blay and Matthew Enimado. Okay. And on mine, 8 are not person or the Becca, 19. So even to get to the 30, so sure. Like I said, 19 plus 8, we'll give you 27. Yeah. So you needed even 3 more. But we don't do technical selection. Yeah. Coach DNA said we pay way, Copenebra. Okay. Now out of that 38, now coach saw per 19. 19 I cannot fine. They have to go. Yeah. So you have to engage them. Ube try say ube tombi edi enyesika. Ube try say ube kolon. Ebi won so ube try say then we have mutual termination. Say be ya enkoyeka. Automatic. So after we engage them amicably. We were engaged now. We terminate here mutually. We will agree 3 months salary. We will agree 1 month salary. But Sebio it is ebi awone wo yere jaware na mudin komo motim ho ase so chena oyiri ni kotie futu na oba no se aware no kra no ye jai na amicably no media kokota untimi enstop no ne oba ni se obekoso ajojo intini bebre wo wa ye terminate ye amicably ye ni omo anya problem bia then it turned out that this one said say omo de omo there were some of the players in poa omo ka omo ntiase no we asked them to go back to training and join the team, but they refused to go. The next thing we saw, normally the cost status committee. Yeah. Okay, I could do or no. You have to what? Defend the club. We defended the club. Now, make so people must understand, say, Ghana Football Association, with all due respect, are not the final arbiters when it comes to Emra, football Emra, as the sports regulatory body, and per the hierarchy of the sports regulatory regime, so what the Asante Ghana Football Association, near Diria, Emra, no say, what they call, when they say be additional committee or status committee. Now, when you can go to appeals committee, you can either go to review committee if there is new evidence, or you go straight to CAS. Players ruling no be na okay, the first one was the fact that Omoko team rather ban Kotoko from transfer in the transfer window, which was wrong. And the call appeal Omokwashe. Even with the salary, Sikano say former players and be no Emremono Ebiwa and Cheyamaye. But here is the case, we still had players within the squad who were owed some of the amounts these ones were demanding. What am I say? You buy no, you bet two. That's sign-on fee cow. It is clear. We decided say we were not going to continue with the sign-on fee. It didn't mean say you betray a sign-on fee and you cannot just come and terminate it. You have to honor it. What am I say? Intino omwa ye engage omo te ase no. Assembly amba ho bo man te ase no. Omo de call status committee. Am copy appeals committee. Nienti appeals committee decision no. Ye fa na sa na say we still had players in our squad who were owed. And we didn't want a situation I say when you know on sika media na kese yen so ye kura no. E betimi asori abegye de. What you say? Intino we needed peace at that point.
That means appeals committee, you weren't that okay with the ruling nearby.
No, not entirely okay with the final ruling.
Oh, okay.
And I am run jurisprudence. Ka primary law. Asema ye di. Eda honi ye hwesu di asem fufuro.
Yeah.
What na make an say. And na emremu no amanfo ntiase kakra say. You bet me di asem wo court we. Asem kro na ye court higher court kodi a. Itimi dane. You bet me di asem ne. Or can I say Crona Yekudia itimi dane. Into Dania the current one ye did. But sometimes rulings be na asem be a din be 3 years ago, ye din the coin no be a kukoti. But they be a some crona be some ye din no. I'm also co different. Fresh evidence. And no na would the heading. So Eddie. Coach dear anything. Ye buy and a coach or contract. Yeah. Contract no a woman say. The coach decided say only a year juma be ma obema 3 months salary no dia ko so yes we decided say any year juma be ma e ma 3 months salary near dia ko na ya twetwem any e ka bia e wo akire when we decided say yentimi coach ma so ko didn't to aso no in his termination letter he state here say yenim say e was say a man of 3 months salary okay. And no no yenim say you the card that signing on fee outstanding of 30,000 cedis. And sign a winning bonus be a heading. E wo ho. E was say o heading. Oji. And the demand sir. Afin so no e was say team no kai won the ho saying Odeba. Sana mra no ahye sana contract no say. Okay. The response of the brain, you see, but before I met was nipan tia say coach man so kunadu we are friends. Okay. But when it comes to matters of corporate governance, I am supposed to defend Asante Kotoko. He is supposed to defend himself. No love lost. He must defend his interests, and I must defend Kotoko, which I represent. Yeah. So that's everybody here. Otroba eno na semune say onyin tum sika na yesi de manemu no open salary from January to December. 1 year na aka nyina. Or sign pay $60,000 say ya pamono as damages. And son of sign pay ni outstanding sign on fee any winning bonus. Me read the comments baby. Oh mumfama no. Na question na me busa ne say yen fama no obi se muntua ne ka muntua. Ahina na yentua coach Maso Konedu. Cause wait me aka say yentua ne ka but what is the amount? And yes say yentia say o say money sika bi. But the bone of contention is agreeing on the amount now.
But they man.
Yeah, they man.
They about say sometimes 8 months. Okay,
I'm sure I will answer your question. Okay. Sa pinche menye me $60,000. We work under a board. So this matter came to board. Board say we need legal opinion of the lawyers to decide. The lawyers wrote exactly what I'm saying now, that per the contract, this and this is what he's entitled to. Okay, or they call status committee one ten and one say, or they call status committee, you know. I don't know really about say $60,000 no say or generally out and Nimbra. So my first question is, more can say should we have paid the $60,000 or we should have defended Asante Kotoko?
Okay.
Now almost Yentiano to the end of his contract, which we are against. Until I appeal. Because in the ruling now say, and this is common sports law, is common jurisprudence. We put maybe 100 cases from CAS, 100 cases from FIFA. It says that where no compensation is agreed within the contract, then you use the residual salary plus the labor law in the country and the number of years left to determine. The question is, Coach Manso contract, is there compensation stated in determination? Yes. So, or my 3 months. Yes, yeah, no part 3 months. Yemusa say, Anka Coach Manso Kunedu decided to resign. Anka, your best is own until the end of the contract. No. And let me tell you, anytime it has been determined that somebody must be paid residual salary of his contract, that period of your residual, you cannot work.
Oh yes.
Till the end of a contract for Kotoko. Now sign con baby. Say a player or say a coach. So what baby did that? You share amount I call any or and that is on the premise that compensation was not already agreed in the contract.
Okay.
What did I make an answer? And until I appeal, say Obi time Obi and now Obi, our responsibility is to defend the club and not to cause financial loss to the club.
And that's what you're doing.
That's exactly what we are doing.
My man for who say financial loss because I said in Musa first initially, but told you I said now one of the board members I crowd say Obi 8 months, and I say you agree some between 8 months, but Basa will say there be just a core. Emma,
who is the board member? Because Kotoko is run with a board of 12.
Yes.
TMU, a board of 12.
Yeah.
The entire 12-member board have received a legal opinion from our lawyers. And almost let's go by the legal opinion. It was never proposed anywhere. Say board member will be 8 months. What was the basis for paying the 8 months? And did the board member present it to the entire board, and did the entire board agree and ask the CEO and management to go and execute? It was a corporate governance structure now here running. One person in Timina baby in decide be non conquer me as a CEO or administrative manager or me, and even board members, they work in unison. And they work in numbers. Say be assemble board. There are issues, a number of issues they vote on. Maybe board member. The number of issues they vote on. If they vote on the issue, and it's either a 7-5 or 8-4, whatever decision they come to is what they ask CEO to go and execute. Even me as CEO says, this made the corona. I have to go and execute it because it is the position of the board.
I see. Because that is what is going around. Besides our question,
it's not true.
Okay, right. But yes, what? But one thing, and they up in so did 22 years. Some weeks ago, I told some free players in Nkwa, so omumra, no new subsequently, you say, what me abwa Emma sign on fees, yetria. A CEO of a club now who say the life patron of the club takes that step. How do you take it?
I don't take it in any bad taste. Opemso is the owner of the club.
Yes.
He can call me the CEO, he can call the board, he can call players at any point in time. Or your penny or share or mine a club no wom club no ye ne dia se bibi ne obeti na se bi opese ohwehwe mu obetimi ahwehwe mu. We are all at his mercy. He's the owner, life patron of the club. And you know, I have no problem with it.
All right. I don't want to push further, but I had further questions on that one. Okay, let me ask one. There is a board, and you were the management, but on Hininyan bypassing of Frankolano. People see that's an indictment on the board and the management.
Oh yeah, then I will say bypassing of Frankolano.
I'm talking about what happens outside.
What you are saying,
so that is why
what you are
here.
saying may not be factual.
Okay.
So that means you have stated on authority.
That means
bypassing you do not know for a fact what went into the players getting there.
Okay, so that means you were
and many people are speculating. The problem around the club is that
so that
a lot of people like to speculate.
That is why
and when
here.
they speculate, they think it's factual.
That's why you are here.
Factual.
Okay.
It is not factual.
It's not factual.
Yes.
That means he went through the board, through the management, and offered players. So.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Musa, what's the relation between the management and the board?
Fantastic.
Very fantastic.
Yes. Fantastic. Well, do you think that we will get to where we are, achieve all that we've achieved in 6 months, if there wasn't a good relationship between the board and management? It's not possible.
Okay.
It's not possible. But you see, many a time it's maybe
so when into them person clear
but you see because no disrespect obitina baby me swana mean, you know, no disrespect to the job you are doing. I respect radio, but me swana mean, you know, cemetery some radio so I'm a fan of gospel. The truth nothing but the truth. Me too, TV so I can't TV so it's true. Me, you know, I'm learning and I'm realizing say and you're making the radio swing and no correct. You're making TV swing and no correct. It's only you see there's no smoke without fire. You say there's a lot of smoke without fire. But ninyi na mono.
Okay.
Ubia ye na juma. And the speculations in the in season. And I always say understanding nipa bebre wo no disrespect and among tears here the workings of a board. What am I saying? There are many boards. People disagree on matters. Even a cabinet meeting, the president of the land disagree with his ministers on a number of issues. It doesn't mean say omo kontokwa na say baby, but here and there but you see a board for no we're arguing, and everybody in that board, I believe, is working for the interest of Kotoko. We per se call left, we per se call right. It does not mean say the person call left and maybe not opposite say no. But at the end of the internet, it's a board of numbers. If there's any disagreement on issues, they vote and the majority carries the vote.
And ends there.
It ends there. And I make say, even me as CEO, there may be something that I may not be happy about. But once the decision is taken and majority says this is the direction we are going, it is our job as management to execute it. Okay? Everyone says here, why? Okay? You per se, if you are next season, you share red and green. Okay? Another section wants red and white. Another section wants red and yellow. Let's put it to vote. You put it to vote. Red and yellow are winning. Si chinchina median can be per se, we share green. No. It doesn't work like that. On my eye, Timu, NDC, NPP, we develop the country. That is how it should be.
How do people relate with you, to you especially? Outside, especially people you work with. I'm saying based on
Forgive me.
Laughable.
Forgive me.
How do you see?
Yes. That I am bro for self. That's not I am bro. You see, yes, my fan to so man in your home. Okay, I can't to so man in your home. send Yankofo whom you know. I cannot say it. They can say it.
Okay.
You know, I refer you back to Jesus. Who do people say? No. What do you say I am? Okay. But people relate to me very nicely. People like to, worship. Hero worshiping and me. I don't like it. It doesn't move me.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's a job that matters. What am I say? You deliver on your job. Let the job speak for you. At the end of the day. What am I say? So I'm not really keen on. Of course, be up set. You see the important what am I say? But at the end of the day, it's not about how they see me. It's about how they see my management.
Okay.
What am I say? We are together working to uplift the image of the club and the development of the club. So. I hope said they will continue to see me well. And then the Bible said the word. Of course, and Obiane Chimupa Okra. But me Mbapa can't send back with Masi. Mautimunye fita and you be an wajum bonnet. And now you be a dear sama, making sure say what's a yede, Pagoncho, Nako. Asa. That's all my father left me with. That's all the property he left me with. And it has taken me far.
In the history of Kotoko, one of the youngest CEO, Amakrobia. Does it have any effect? Oh, you man, so.
The old age of Methuselah has nothing to do with the miracles of Jesus Christ. And Methuselah was 937 years. That's it. Now, how about Jesus? The whole Bible is almost half of the Bible. Almost the whole Bible is about so Jesus. Even before he came and after he came, BC
and then
AC.
It answers it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Supporters mobilization. How far now?
Supporters mobilization is very important to this management. It forms about 60% of our future development. However, any mobilization, we are looking at sustainable mobilization, and therefore we are engaged with the supporters fronts, and we are doing very well. Sir, we be standing the test of time.
Okay,
I think we are on it.
Money supporters in reality, they know what is going on.
Yeah, very much so.
100 days.
100 days plus.
Yes, you're African, but you're African still. Then they keep you in.
What's the idea?
They keep you in
from that press conference.
Yeah.
I think timing is everything. In all you do, timing is important. Now, Niama Bibri you beat me deru. At the same time, so no Niama Bibri wa little to a pese it's not just about coming out and saying things and going away. It's about proving. Na Enchibia, you best 100 days,
For how long?
Enchibia. I mean, what we have achieved as management. Say no person born the role in that press conference. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it the day after tomorrow, and we'll prove. But basically, I am person. League, is very important for us, and I am person be taking focus on away from the league at certain critical points. What am I saying? The last time we were leading just 1 point. We didn't want any disruptions. Now focus on Kudi baby. Na ya chimbe 5 and 6 bia. Other things, but league in here. But we will still the press conference is also very important because we need to take stock. We need to account to the supporters, all stakeholders, where we took the club from, how far we've come, where we want to go. Because as a board, they know the direction we want to take the club in the short term, medium and long term. the supporters and the supporters na kasa no
ani enche bia
ya to yintimi ne omo ntena ase enchechire mu ye yeah everybody so yeah
okay obibusa may I select some few questions from
and that's very David Mbusa
I'm saying to you man nti but my colleague back also a question back but
so we are okay for them questions back or he can decide not to answer.
And so one man option. One man option.
And that's very critical. Maybe say me from first of all, I think is by far the last 20 years the best CEO our age more Asante Kotoko.
Wow.
Pay your ratings. Yeah.
Yewra ewu anyamiche e was Asante Kotoko na me follow. E free no so e ba yike dumu eba yewra SSRP amu the late George Dumu mehu have been follow mehu so it's a enye beye na wo mu a you will not be criticizing me
unnecessarily
yeah e be am catch me say enye beye na wo mu a you will not be criticizing na ya kodi o mama ye Asante Kotoko ye hu no mapa o but you am very no that person be say na ya say you can choose not to answer. Before so Oba Asante Kotoko.
You shouldn't have given that option. Instant Kamasa option.
Before Oba Asante Kotoko. You hand Asante Kotoko man no. Financial status.
That was the next question can be busa.
Na it is saying.
And now it is saying.
In the CA or Tihui. Financial status of Asante Kotoko. And also it is saying. Kotoko players accommodation.
It is saying.
No muda hotel no na cost Asante Kotoko san ene nyame adom wetima akwa your friends and I say wanya apartment 20 or just suppose ni menu no omo time onya mai no bebi ono muda na Kotoko tua rent sen na omo boka sen ene di oye na
sen obeka no
sen
mami top up ma yase Kotoko so facility possibly Kibet me renovate na accommodate you. And also want something to say. About 4 questions in one.
Thank you for the option. Papa, we are bad. Wait for the 100 days. You see, also a man option, a man number way.
That's a 100 days. He said, waiting for the 100.
Yeah, everybody. Say we there, accountability now.
But now the person who be, I was say, you see. Who's a politician? They be a catcher, Mr.
No wonder.
Me MP catcher, Mr. Razak. MPP there. They also soon say, "Be catcher say, what do you musica?" The moment I be catcher say, "What do you MPP musica?" Per Asamato. Where they are, you do. Say no cre. Say no cre. You be two. Asante Kotoko. Asante Kotoko. Say you be say two ba. It is said, Sikasem,
for
Mema who be the famous Yabo match we also says, Cano, a good car booted the car. But I didn't do the famous dustbin, Kotokone has, you are Sylvester Azaruzu, or just cannot dash a dustbin. And they do two. And the Kotokone Sikasem, dear. And anything I am, maybe so. But if we should wait for the under, why not?
Okay. We have the patience.
Mammy, clarify. Let me say why. Yeah. Lady Kamedasini, I was about the mammy. I think it's enormous. Now, just a bit of clarification based on the examples. No, my, you know, I will say, no, you were bored. Okay. Now, I am upon summit here. See you. Men Kwame sign check even one Ghana cedis is one thing that one record that I want to set straight. To also ease his kind of saying, to make the pressure and his concern. Men sign check one Ghana cedi put I am in Kwana me sign. BBR many board members and a sign. And before anything is suspended, it is justified and it's approved by the board before we do it.
Okay.
And you know, bet me I can come out to him say, me to me for me pet Enkofa has been Jiskara as alleged.
Yeah.
And I meet me first can go you know, it's but I know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a matter of give a dog a bad name and hang it,
Yeah.
kind of but so we have one son, we need to be cautious in the way we malign people, in the way for nipa. Sometimes we can't depend on someone. Busa won't say, "Oh, me busu any anka me pana, oh, me nua bi anka me pana." And I say your football, munim baby, be sign a share ya ho. What you must say? Me feel say a major no.
All right. Then are your biggest challenge since assuming office as the CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
Biggest challenge. My biggest challenge is always trying to make me start. That's so very happy.
He's not happy. On your happy.
On happy, but for such a workaholic, say.
Oh, okay.
Every time he wants this 110%.
Okay.
Even me as you, I always want to make sure. Say, that's so very happy.
That's your biggest challenge.
Yes.
Meaning most of the work, normal work, so.
Administrative,
administrative.
Administrative and operations
manager.
Yeah. It is a senior board. A year bano. A lot of things in the administrative and operations side he executes. You say management, the good thing about management is that we complement each other. Yeah. Say be our one department about finance, several in Crawford, about commercial for about communication for but in your say oh we the operations agreement here German and we commercial agreement here German and we are we work together. We work together. But now because I was just trying to put but so can be
suppose you want to be piano so we dey lie mo ananka no about be answer.
Papa we did according to piano. We do have answer.
So anyway, Kotoko Academy.
Yeah.
When is it starting?
It will start my inquiry. By next season now. Next season, yeah. It may even start before then, yeah. It may even start because you started recruitment and Chibia. I want to say Adakoja project, it includes a 30-bed dormitory.
Okay.
And we want to we'll start with non-residential, but later go into residential. One of the main reasons why we signed that partnership with Southampton.
Okay.
And which I recently announced here, a kind of saying technical. Kind of saying reconfiguration or a kind of say reshuffle. No? We paid particular attention to the youth side because it's important. The youth I always say it's important because it reduces our costs in terms of buying players.
Yeah.
It's also youth players also now with me a ton of boarding and enough to sustain the team because imagine say you are 5 youth players now. They are raising $1 million. Supporters will complain.
Yeah.
But I'll turn one senior player, they complain because they want their stars kept. Yeah. But youth players no crano board insane. Senior players. Yet the Chrome right to dream with me turn youth player, second division player, $2 million near there. Yeah. Imagine right to dream is not bigger than Kotoko. What am I say? Imagine say your youth players na Kotoko didn't katomusani ye no kama. Definitely will have the right revenue. And thirdly, so we like to have players who understand the culture of the club, who have been in and around the club. Play we about turn or yeah, we work turn about 40,000 capacity and no one jojo. But youth player and watch ball or ball getting raised and they will name what it means to play for Kotoko. And the youth players, also normally because a lot of them are community within from the community, they draw crowd. Because we follow coast player bia or boa and asa simna. Or be Kotoko player or one constituency or they back stadium. So these are all some of the reasons why the youth team is very important. Yeah.
Kwampoko is it na hamu?
Kwampoko is it no? Osi high
on the field.
Nedi kan
not financially.
No. Nedi kan obi nton akoko be dey kwa. Okay. Ideally if we had we didn't need a financial inflow now, I'm not sure we would have done it. We would have waited a bit. But of course, I mean, a lot of, we've done. I think said Kwampoku Koye, no, and your injuries kakra. We shouldn't have felt anything because when Kwame Poku was here, a lot of games we were winning 1-0. Games that Kwame Poku one should go, no, we can't win. And it got to a time. I mean, I feel like Kwame Poku second round he could have struggled a bit because it got to games here. People realize say Kwame Poku no be sure goals in the mountain it became a problem. But Okoye first, I mean 3 games, we have scored 7 goals. Yeah. Meanwhile, prior to that 16 games, we have scored 13 goals. And I don't think it's high. Now a lot more people are taking responsibility in scoring goals. The number of players are share goals. When Kwame was here, and the number of people are share goals now. Jemfi is scoring, Kumi is scoring, Fabio is scoring, Vinicius is scoring, Ganu is scoring. Many more players are taking the responsibility now. I don't think it's high. At the end of the season, then we'll know. But I believe it's high.
Sunday game, were you surprised?
I was surprised. If you ask the question, say me back Kotoko, then I hear me yapa. Sunday game, no. Saturday game. Because a game we never expected to lose, and also we started very well, getting the early goal, and it was. We were managing the game. It was a tough game, but we were managing the game out until that goal that just had the defenders. From where I was sitting, I felt it was offside. I've seen images prove to be offside. It was taken. Okay, we were still managing the game amidst difficulties. Then a deflected goal, that can beat any goalkeeper in the world. And I thought the second half we could bounce back. But, I mean, football, you see, the whole bedrock of sports is the uncertainty of results. Yeah. Say results with me banner a surprise and then nipa any sport. And for us, we are down but not out. Yes, you are Konkofofia Koshomo. Niami said this is a media magic 4 points from us. And they but all the same, see and see Kobe Binyako Obi Nebishim. And I believe say and I mean I've thought about it from Saturday, but something crossed my mind. Said, it's a wake-up call at the right time. Because imagine, say, after that game, now I can one game pet to the end of the season. And how are you going to feel? Now I'm going to go home. Yeah, quite away. But at least we have 13 matches to correct things. And I believe, say, the coaches and their players will do the right things for us to bounce back. Yeah.
Memreneko, my main kind messages 1 or 2 be. Na mimbia umano kakra. Na for so emrem. Messages me selective, Miss Remo. Me selective for Monpanchame. I have about 1,000 messages here. Me sure so meeting ya kaini na. Nti I'll be very selective. One, Manuel said the CEO is talking. I hope